Alright. What's up, everybody, and welcome back. We've got ourselves a brand new map, Ghost River. In the top right side, MAXPAX representing Storm Gaming. Dark in the top left representing Dragon Kaizi. His natural's being blocked, and he's been forced to go down here and take a rather awkward third base on this very peculiar map. Now, it is called Ghost River. You might be wondering, well, where's the water? There is some little bits of water here. It kind of runs underneath the map, you know? We're kind of going across this river through the middle. Now, this is the Team Liquid map contest hosted by Bo3 recently, and I've heard great things about this series. I don't know if it'll live up to the hype, but I had it on my short list of games to cast, and then people kept messaging me about it and saying, why haven't you cast it yet? And I said, Bo3 hasn't dropped the replay pack yet. People said, okay, day later, why haven't you cast this yet? Pig! People have forgotten about this series, haven't you? And I went, no. Anyway, it's good to be back casting. Thanks everyone for being patient with our casting break, the longest break we've had on the casting channel in a long time. But it's been nice to get back into it, and there's already lots of World Team League matches I've got on my list to cast over the next few days, so there should be a lot of big series as those playoffs for the winter season are being played right now. But for now, let's focus on this one, as Dark is going to be going for a link speed, getting a queen up on both bases. And he does start an Overlord, about 25-26 supply. Link speed starts, pulling off gas. Pretty clean opening for him. Now, MAXPAX is chrono boosting one Adept, going for a Stargate. What's the path? So on this path, you can notice there's minerals there. So until that's open, you've got to kind of go through here. Still feels like a pretty short rush distance. And I wouldn't be surprised to see in a second Adept queued up. There we go. He hits 25 gas. Another chrono boost does go down. And that shade is going to go forwards. Two Lings coming forward. Probes are rallied to the natural. That's going to be interesting. Third hatchery there. Now, I'm really just trying to process this map and think about how this plays out in ZVP, because once these minerals open up, you've got those rocks come down. That's a big path. This is a big path. Especially on the Protoss side, because I'm thinking, like, where do you take your third as a Protoss? This thing is pretty far away from the rest of your bases. There could be some brutal Zerg attacks coming in there, especially like just a good, efficient Ravagerling Bane timing. Not that Dark's really the one to do an efficient build. He's more of a, I'll just catch you off with something crazy. Two drones do go down, as well as a few Zerglings. So that's some pretty good harassment. 5 Zerglings, 2 drones. Doesn't even lose into the depth. Ling speed coming in, though. Dark should be able to chase down one of these Adepts. MAXPAX good micro so far, though. Oh, look at that. He kills 3 Zerglings before losing an Adept. And the Oracle guards it. Probe moving out to take the third. Second gateway completes the wall off. A solid opening so far. Dark is down 6 workers. And, oh, Oracle doesn't turn on the laser. Good, calm, triggered discipline for MAXPAX. I like that Adept positioning. Pretty well wedged in behind the pylon. Just got to keep that Adept back there on hold position. Double Oracle moving forwards. Actually, still leaving one at home. Exceptionally safe play for MAXPAX. He knows against Dark. Dark's standard play is so average in terms of macro skill that MAXPAX can afford to play safer. And that's exactly, like, you just don't want to give him a chance to run in and surround your third with mass Zergling, because, well, that's exactly what he's doing. He's massing Lings right now. Is he queen walking as well? Oh, he's queen walking. It's a queen walk, ladies and gentlemen. Queen Ling Bane coming forward. Now he's going to need to build a battery in that third base, get a few more gateways up, already third gateway and a Twilight Council on the way. He's building a third Oracle, interestingly. I like that he's going back for the double check here. He's like, yep, no drones there. Okay, this is a sure thing. And a battery on the natural will be necessary. Whoa. Okay, that Oracle turns on its laser beam. And those Lings do pull back. The Lings don't want to surround themselves in there. That Adept pulled out of the wall, though. A little sloppy. He's got to be careful on this defense. Now, I imagine he's going to make Blink and Stalkers here. Adepts, though, might be the first focus just to deal with the Lings. Stalkers are a bit more tanky, and they deal with the Queens a little bit better with their long range. But Banelings, of course, going to be good against Adepts. Zerglings good versus Stalkers. It's an awkward balancing act. He's got 2 more gateways, so he's trying to go to 4 gates, his MAXPAX. And these Oracles, he's trying to be conservative with when they're using their energy. That Adept up front should be rotated to the back, in my opinion. It's getting a little bit low. Those Queens are moving forward. I like the way he's moved those Queens forward. Oh, here we go. Banelings coming forward. I like the Stalker warp-ins. Very nice. An extra pylon on the right side would be effective, because otherwise battery overcharge gets shut down, and that new battery up front does not help out. Uh-oh. This third base is in jeopardy. Now, don't get me wrong. As MAXPAX, you do not need to defend this base. And he has kind of realized that, okay, let's just pull back. But oh my god, his wall! His Stalker gets surrounded. He's going to recall a few units over to the natural, warps in a few more. Only 32 drones for Dark. I don't think this puts him ahead at all. I think this messes MAXPAX up enough that Dark could transition, but he's only got one queen. Oh god, he's only got one queen at home. This is one of Dark's biggest problems. He's so all in with this push that he only has one queen injecting. So even on 3 hatcheries right now, he's got so little lava. And look at that, drones in the open. Oracle says, hey, yeah, I'll take a few free drone kills. Heck yeah, every drone he loses is such a big problem. Now, 4 Stalkers, 4 Adepts did go down. And that is, of course, a big units loss tab when you account for the Nexus, the batteries, the pylons. However, he's going to be able to move out, retake that base, restart a third. And as long as he preserves these Oracles, and the fact that Dark doesn't have his own third mining yet is a huge problem for him. Undersaturated in the main base, melee upgrade does start for Dark. He's going to break these rocks down to open up some wide paths. Nice little undead forest there. Remember, guys, it is a ghost river. And that there, I believe, is a marine with a skeleton inside. Bit of a decomposing marine. This is a very undead sort of map. I believe this is a Maris map, if I'm not mistaken. She's always got very stylistic, dark kind of themed maps. Usually lots of purple and pink themes, or mostly purple that she puts on them. You can tell this one is really just this sort of like undead, kind of toxic-y, magical aura sort of to the map. Lots of very much Warcraft 3 undead. There's a lot of green flame on the map. There's a lot of kind of dark color, and I do quite enjoy it. Layers on the way as well as a 4th hatchery. Stalker pressure's coming out. 3rd base is coming up behind this. There's a Zealot and a Stalker there. 44 Zerglings against 16 Stalkers. Pretty good for the Stalkers, but if you get surrounded on creep, things can go awry very quickly. Stalkers turning to fight. Oracles need to turn on those laser beams. Looks like a few Stalkers. Well, 1 Stalker goes down. Units lost tab close to even there. 55 Zerglings have gone down in this game. Still no Roach Warren for Dark. Is he going to go straight Hydra? He's got a Macro Hatch, so he's trying to play Massive Zergling right now. Hey, Zergling Infester. Interesting. It's a budget style, it's an oddball style, but at no point has Dark reclaimed the worker lead. And now, with MAXPAX 3rd base being finished, he simply maintains that economic lead that he's had for the entirety of this game. We can bring up the income tab and we can see, even losing the 3rd base, MAXPAX has been mining more money for most of this game. Roach Warren finally starts up here for Dark, but it's a Plan C Roach Warren. It is not what he had in mind for this game. The Zealots don't have charge. MAXPAX venturing a little far forward, but the Stasis Trap scares Dark away. I like the idea of trying to get a few more warp-ins at home, threatening the counterattack. Always a good idea. The Observers allowing those Stalkers to clear the creep on the left. Zealot's trying to warp in right now. Oh god, the battery gets surrounded. That's a big mistake on the positioning for MAXPAX. He did not expect this to happen. MAXPAX, oh no! Oh, MAXPAX absolutely slipping up. He did not expect Dark to catch him out like this. The Oracles turn on their laser beams. I mean, the 3rd survives, but 14 probes go down, and Dark's opening may have been jank as all wank in this game, but he's found a way to get back in the advantage now. That being said, why is he still only on 53 drones? What's going on? He's making Massling Bane, right? Why is his worker count still so low? His main's undersaturated. His natural and 3rd are only now getting up to saturation. His 4th base has no workers. I was expecting to look back and find a 75 drone Zerg making Ravagers, making Banelings, and being unstoppable, but he hasn't got the gas to make Baneling speed or Roach speed right now. He's making a few Roaches. It feels like Dark is stuck on a rather low economy. Now, don't get me wrong. If he can defend the attack, maybe it's okay, since MAXPAX is stuck on 48 workers himself right now. But not as clean as I thought this would be. Zealot Drop tried to come in. The Queens did deflect that. Ling Bane is ready. Still no Bane speed started. A Hive goes down. Fascinating. Baneling's moving south. How good is MAXPAX on the spready? He's not paying attention. Banelings get a good hit. Zerglings should be able to clean up the rest of that. Now, the Colossus on the front lines is scary. Colossus, Rexling Bane, MAXPAX doing a great job of threatening. But there's Queens on all sides, and that Prism is not long for this world. It goes down, along with all the Zealots inside. Now, MAXPAX building a few more probes, but where do you take a 4th? You have to expand down here. Your bases get further and further apart as you expand to this bottom right corner. And there's not that many bases in general on this map. There's no middle bases, right? So you only get 6 bases each player. This map does not go to late game. Archons are morphing. MAXPAX saying, well, I'm a bit low on minerals, but I still got plenty of gas. And Archon Colossus, Rexling Bane, is trying to keep pressuring right now. The units lost tab has gone 1,000 resources in favor of Dark due to that big run by killing all the probes. Zealots are getting surrounded though. +1 Zealots. I mean, they do okay versus the Zerglings. Yeah, decent trade for MAXPAX. This time the Zealots do protect the battery. That's a little bit better for MAXPAX this time around. His natural wall in is wide open, but luckily for him, Dark has not realized that. That natural is wide open, and Dark just is not going in there. MAXPAX keeping him busy at home, of course. That's part of the reason why the Lings finally realize that this is a hero-style defense. And when I say a hero-style defense, I mean a defense that is not a defense. There's a cannon in the natural and a recall to the main, though. The Zealot's getting some good kills. It does feel like a lot of Zerglings have died here for not that much payoff. You can see the units lost tab is actually gone from 1,000 resources ahead for Dark to now 600 behind. That's a pretty big turnaround. Vipers are on the way. They will counter the Colossi very nicely. And I feel at this point, MAXPAX is almost all in. He's not got a fourth on the way. He knows Hive Tech is coming. He's got to go do some damage. And it looks like he's sensing that urgency. Massling in the south. What have we got on the defense? 14 Roaches, 2 Ravagers. I mean, that's not a great army. 7 Banelings? It's essentially just mass Zergling needs to buy time right now. He cannot fight this army head on. Massling goes in for the surround. The Adrenal Glands is not there, but the Zealots pull back to the choke point. Nicely done. Battery's not quite done there. Those Zerglings do get in. The gateway does get up to block off momentarily. The army comes back. A lot of Lings are going down. Dark continues to throw away Zerglings to buy time, but I have to ask, what is he buying time for? The fact that he never droned up earlier in this game means he's on 62 workers. He's got a decent army size, but it's the quality that worries me. 2 Archons, 3 Colossus. It's all about abducting the Colossus and getting a good surround. But with such a low Baneling count, his army quality, it says he's up 30 army. That's mostly Roaches. That is not good quality army. Yes, the Zerglings are decent, but not if there's Archon Colossus in the mix. The splash damage will evaporate them. Baneling's morphing on the south side. Baneling speed has now started. +1 range almost there. Adrenal Glands on the way as well. Units lost tab 1,500 resources in favor of MAXPAX. He is trading pretty well. He's on a similar work account. Banelings do split off to deal with the Zealot warp in. Stalkers are going to block. Nice blocky blocks there. Storm's on the way. A great choice against a player that's stalling out on Ravager, Lingbane, Dark, and Raynor. Are 2 birds of a feather, 2 players who tend to play Zerg vs Protoss on Lair Tech for almost the entire game. There are occasions where they'll go Broodlords or Ultras, but a lot of the time it's Ravager, Lingbane, Viper into more Ravager, Lingbane, Viper, and you want to try and get as much splash damage as possible to avoid those fights going well for your opponent. Zealots in the south are going to get overwhelmed by the Roachling. That's a very good fight for Dark. Dark's coming forward in the middle as well. There is a High Templar. If he could feed back one of the Vipers, that'd be big. He gets rid of one of them. There's still 2 Abducts available though. And that is big. Look at that. Double abduct on the Colossus. The Roach Ravager clean up 2 of those. The Ling Bane, though, hasn't really done that much damage. There are some Zealots skirmishing right now. Lings coming in with a few Banelings. They will be able to... Battery overcharge. Pretty good. Not good enough. The Lings with Adrenal do take it out. Roach Ravager trying to micro back. I think Dark might have this. The supply is looking pretty good for him. Zerglings do catch the Colossus. Adrenal Glands is ridiculous. I haven't seen 8 Zerglings kill a full hit point Colossus before, but they got a perfect surround, so its splash damage wasn't that good. It needed to stutter step there to survive. MAXPAX loses his 4th, loses all of his Colossi, and he's pretty much dead in the water. I mean, he's got Storm. That's the only real comeback tool. But if Dark just makes enough Ravager Lingbane, he should be good. I mean, he does need a 5th base. Dark has been very slow to expand. His main and natural have got to be mined out at this point. Yeah, natural has... Oh, that's not his natural. This is his natural. Right, yeah, he's only on 63 workers, so... I mean, Dark's economy sucks. On the other hand, what have you got as MAXPAX? I mean, gases in the main are about to mine out. 300 gas on one, 100 on the other. You're only now getting to 8 gateways. You're trying to rebuild Colossus against a player who's already got a Viper. To be fair, feedback could protect the Colossus from that. How much Storm has he got? Not much. 4 High Templar gathering energy. MAXPAX trying to survive. And it really is on Dark to keep applying pressure and winning the game here. He's going Ultra Cavern, but he's not really droning up or taking a 6th base. So he does want to keep trading. Oh my god, yeah, you do not want to go into that choke point, son. All right, Ling Roach coming in. The Banelings, a couple of drones in the mix as well. Big Storm lands on the Roaches on the left and on the Banelings on the right. The Archon Colossus trying to fall back. I don't think there's any Side Storm left here. The Viper, I think, did get feedback because I don't see any Abducts landing. The Roach Ravager getting a decent angle. Great defensive positioning, though, from MAXPAX. The Roach Ravager has to get out of there. He biles down a Stalker. The Stalkers blink on him, but the 4th base goes down. And that's good enough. Dark annihilating MAXPAX there. Just picking away at him. And MAXPAX, I mean, he's fighting so well from behind, right? He's never mining on this 4th for more than a few seconds at a time. He's losing so many units. Oh, this is cute, though. He's actually going to cut off the retreat of this army. Oh, this is a very clever move for MAXPAX. I like this. I really like this move. Look at that. He's going to try and block him. Well, blinking into the roaches, though, that's actually a good... No, that's a good enough trade for Dark. Yeah, Dark's got this one in the bag now. He's 69 workers. The magic count transferred to the 5th. He should be taking the 6th as well. But he's got ultras coming also. Dark looking fantastic. I really thought MAXPAX with these like heroic holds. I was like, he's not actually going to bring this back, is he? But he just doesn't have the gas to rebuild High Templar. He's only got one High Templar there. Lings are trying to breach. The Colossus getting a good defense on the Natty. Oh, Ling's going to go in on the south. That's another cancel on the 4th coming in. MAXPAX has got to be so annoyed. Actually, it's a kill. Yeah, that's ridiculous. Dude, Dark played such a scrappy game from the Queenling Bane walk off 30 drones to a slow follow-up. But then it was all about that Ling run by getting in, killing the battery before the Zealots and Probes could block for it. That gave Dark a slight lead. And what was so fascinating is so many Zergs would have droned up to 70, 80 workers at a few points. Dark said, no way, dude. This is the highest his worker count ever got. And even that was only recent. I think even 1 or 2 minutes ago, he was only on 60 drones, right? If we go back to like 14 minutes... Yeah, he's still on 63 drones. It's a relatively low economy, but remember, ZVP is about keeping the Protoss army small. If MAXPAX gets 6 High Templar with 150 energy each, 3 Colossus, 5 Archons, you cannot beat that army with Dark's composition. But Dark never let him get there. It's that momentum, that tempo. Really great play here in Game 1 for Dark. All right, guys, map 2 of this series, MAXPAX in the bottom left of Amphion. Ooh, what does Amphion mean, guys? Let me know in the Twitch chat. I don't actually know what this map is, what that refers to. It sounds like a Greek thing, yeah? The amphitheater, the Amphion. Anyways, Dark up here in the top left, going for Zerg, as always. Now, oh man, this map, I've seen this map, I've looked around it, but I can't quite remember. Okay, so there's 2 gold patches on this far right base. Other than that, you've got these... Two gold patches here. So you can open up this path kind of between you by mining these minerals out. 5 minerals on each, and then 5 minerals on each. It's a little bit like, it's not really Golden Wall style, but it's almost a little bit like Golden Wall, in that you've got this like weird left side where you can break rocks to get into there or mine minerals out. I would love to see Dark open this up, flood Zerglings, and then just bring 2 drones across and just mine a hole. But MAXPAX, he's watching for it. He's checking for it, at least. He's realizing, okay, I probably should have put a pylon over here or something to make sure I don't get cheesed. Because he's skipped scouting. That could be dangerous. Dark doesn't seem to be planning anything too special, though. I think he's like, yeah, MAXPAX is smart enough to watch for it. I'll let him be paranoid while I play just a normal game. Thank you, Kira, for the sub. Appreciate that. I'm not sure if... Amphion... Looks like we don't have Jamie in the chat today, guys. I asked Jamie to look that one up, but no one Googling for me today. That's all right. I won't tab out of the game. Looks like we've got some office building windows there. Nice. And what's that down there? Oh, looks like some Zergy plants down there. Some spiky plants. Looks like the Adept isn't been shading out, just been cancelling its shade so far. But, oh, it is going to actually commit now. Dark's going for Ling speed, completely pulled off gas, so an economic focus for him so far. Not that that says too much about the next step. Stargate is on the way. Stalker will go for this Overlord. There is a little Reaper ledge here, by the way. 2 Reaper ledge there, and Reaper ledges down here. When the Oracle comes over, you can see he's rallied it. It should be able to spot that Overlord and take it down. The Adept has gone home on the map so far. Second gateway goes up into the wall in. And we will see a 3rd base here. I imagine the 4th base might get taken forward by MAXPAX, just to have a nice compact pattern. Overlord does get cleaned up by the Stalker. Its chunks of meat go falling into the gash, ready to feed whatever plant life is down there. Bit of nutrients for the map. Amphion, Son of Zeus. Oh wait, let's cast the Oracle first. 1 drone, 2 drones, and he's going to go for the 3rd. Costs him a few extra hit points, but I think that's worth it. Okay, guys, Amphion, Son of Zeus, and Antiope. And, oh, gets a lava there and forces a Spore Crawler. Nice harassment by MAXPAX. Oh, he's going back for more! He gets another drone as well. Very nice damage. 4 drones and a lava. Amphion, Son of Zeus, and Antiope, and twin brother of Zethus. See, Amphion and Zethus Together, they are famous for building Thebes. Pausanias recounts an Egyptian legend according to which Amphion employed magic to build the walls of the city. Okay, so Amphion is all about building walls with magic. I like it. And to be... Is that a... Whoa. Is there like a crashed spaceship over here, guys? Looks like there's a crashed Star Trek ship. That kind of looks like a Star Trek spaceship. Oh, Oracle comes in, gets 2 more drone kills. Very nice. And these are like special magic mineral walls on this map. So I guess you could argue... that's the only real walls that we see, right? It's just the mineral walls. Not sure if it's a reference to that or not. That does kind of look like it's the backside of the Enterprise, guys. You can see just like the front of the dish is crashed in. I don't know. Yeah, it kind of looks like the Enterprise, right? Or one of that style of... Yeah. Holy crap. It's actually a Federation starship crashed there. 4 Adepts, 3 Oracles on the maps right now. Yeah, those are the rear nacelles. That is correct. Got some Trekkie nerds in the chat. I've been watching a ton of Voyager finally. I'm going to finish that show soon. For the first time. Depth shading in. Oh, Oracle multi-pronged on the left. 7 drones total. This is a lot of damage. 60 drones up for Dark, though. Dark's actually handling this surprisingly well. He's got... Normally he's in his element playing aggressively, but MAXPAX is just getting blocked. Like, yeah, the initial Oracle was great, but since then he's only picked up 3 more drones. Yeah, he got the Overlord early, but that's nothing to write home about. It is a very standard follow-up. Stalkers, batteries, lots of gateways coming in, so 6 gateways and a Robo, +1's on the way as well. Infestation pit. Oh, Dark! Now, this could... Okay, that... Normally there's not many options within Infestation, but because it's Dark, he can do anything. He might just play defensive Lurker, which is the standard thing. It could be Swarm Host Nidus. Or he could actually just be going Infestor Ravager, because he's crazy. Oh, we got surfboards over here, guys. Apparently there's like... Oh, there's like a little house here with a car. So this is someone's holiday house. And they've got some beach sunbeds out front, some magic seashells, and some surfboards. Very nice. 4th base on the right. It is Nidus one. Wait. Is he going non-Swarm Host Nidus? Oh, it's just Roachling Queen Nidus. Oh, he's just... Okay, the thing is, this is enough Stalkers to keep him safe. As long as he doesn't get surprised by a Nidus in, like, too nasty a position, I think MAXPAX should be fine. Cancels the 4th base. But that Nidus worm's going to be scary. And, oh, Dark just F2'd this Ling home. This Ling was meant to be hiding down here to pop the Nidus up. Okay, he does send it over there now. Where's he going to pop this? Oh, does surround the Stalkers on the front. 2 Stalkers go down. Great trade there for Dark. That was really good. Anytime you could surround those Stalkers a bit too far forward, that's going to be great. And he does change his mind. He says Swarm Host. Okay, so 8 Swarm Hosts on the way. He's going to try and throw Locusts into the main base. And then I think if he can also do it from down here on the right side, that would be really effective. Maybe over here as well. And from here, he could even attack the 4th. Ooh, 12 Swarm Hosts are on the way. Robobay coming in from MAXPAX. He's got a 2nd Forge making an armor upgrade. He's only got 6 gateways right now, and that Nidus Worm is out of vision. So there's no way MAXPAX can learn about this until he hears the screech. Stalkers picking off a few units. Roaches and Ravagers going down. Ooh, 4th base up the front there. 77 workers up right now. MAXPAX could try to take a 5th and a 6th in the near future, but hearing that screech, he is going to change his mind and hustle home. He does not want to lose this armor upgrade, but that's a prime target for Dark. He might just go for the base, though. That is so many Locusts. Nah, he goes for the Forge. Yeah, he goes for the Forge. I wouldn't mind him going for the Nexus after that as well. He gets a couple of probes here. Damages a few buildings. Does take out 1 pylon. Could have maybe done a little bit more damage. A Forge and 3 probes is not bad. And there is a Nidus on the right side. Now, he needs to get his Roachling Ravager across the map to surround these units. MAXPAX has split his army into 3 locations. Dark should be out there punishing this, but he was a little bit slow to move forward. And this allows MAXPAX a moment of respite. Because now, you don't have any way of throwing Locusts. Locusts are coming off cooldown right now. Where are they? They're stuck in a Nidus Worm that's popping in the middle of the map. Like, yeah, he can throw them on the 4th, but he could have been doing this a little bit faster. His Roach Ravager, his whole army gets pulled home for 2 adapts. Dark has to get forward on this map. He's taking a bit longer than I'd like to see. That being said, he's got a Hive and a Lurker down on the way, as well as +2 range. So he's got some tech progression. The problem he's going to run into is tech progression alone is not enough. Oh, MAXPAX with some good Blink Micro so far. He does end up losing about 4 or 5 Stalkers, maybe 6 or 7. But I think that's fine. If you're on 75 probes, you're up 10 workers on the Zerg. All you need to do is hang on and slowly increase your supply. You've got Colossus, +1 armor, +2 range, all these great things. Dark's economy is poopy. He's got fourth base gases, so he's going up to 8 gases, but he needs to leave a squad of units at home. And Dark, he's not willing to do that. You can see the way he split his army up. He's sending some Lings in. These guys could find some big damage, but no melee upgrades. Keep in mind, Zealots warping in will be solid. Prism in the top side does get deflected by the Queens, but for how long? He's got plenty of Zealots up there, and this does keep the Roach Ravager pinned, which is a fantastic way of keeping him away. Zerglings get into the natural, but there's a cannon there. There is a cannon off on the edge of the main as well, so I don't think this is going to do any damage whatsoever. That cannon battery will shut it down. Locust being thrown from the bottom right. Lurker upgrades coming in for Dark. His lack of worker upgrades mean he needs to get more damage. He needs to do it now. Oh, he almost gets the Colossus, but not quite. Great micro for MAXPAX. And he uses battery overcharge. But despite that, oh my god, he barely saves the Nexus. MAXPAX holding on like a champ. The Roach Ravager is finally back here on the front. But as I said earlier, I feel like he needed to get this Roach Ravager forward earlier. The Prism has kept him pinned. The Adept run by kept him pinned. Dark was not able to keep these Swarm Host waves getting damage, and he's allowed MAXPAX to mine off 75 workers for a long time. Dark is now in a rough position. And let's be real, it's probably the first time he's been comfortable in this game, because he was a bit ahead up until now. Guys, what am I looking at right now? I don't... Why is there a Narnia cupboard that's been opened here? Why is there a hole in the map? I'm so confused. Why? What is this? Locust coming out here on the south side, going after this base. They get a few gateway units, but a few gateway units is not enough. He needs to be hitting this economy and hitting it hard. At least he's keeping MAXPAX on 4 base. MAXPAX going to try to take a 5th on the left side. Locust getting cleaned up. Units lost tab is in favor of Dark, but if you're sitting down 10-15 workers all game, that's not that impressive. Lurker count is growing. There's 9 of them out. Lurkers do wreck pretty much every Protoss unit on the map right now. But he's going to need to transition onwards, because actually getting forwards and winning with Lurkers is going to be very hard. Midas Worm coming up a little bit further forward. A couple of Roaches and Ravagers will take out one Stalker. Got to be careful, though, because the rest of these Stalkers and Zealots outnumber you. They're faster. He's going to hunt you from both sides. Look at that. Stalker Colossus on the top right. Stalker Zealot here. The Nidus goes down. All of that Roach Ravager falls. And suddenly you're stuck on the defense. You got Lurkers. You got Swarmos. But what are these Swarmos even achieving at this point? You get an Observer there with the Spore Crawler. You force MAXPAX back a little bit. MAXPAX, oh god, he's got to get out of there. He does decide to just fight his way through this Locust Wave. Oh, he might actually be trying to break the back door. That's interesting. If he breaks the back door, he could try to open the minerals and run into the main base. On the top right, the 5th base going down for Dark. No way he can defend that if the Zealots focus fire, and they will because the Lurkers have burrowed. A couple drones going down as well. Nice moves here from MAXPAX. Oh, this left side actually is already open. Did he open this or did Dark? I'm not quite sure. That's going to allow a nice Stalker backstab angle, but Lurkers destroy Stalkers. And a few of those do go down. Lots of damage going onto the Protoss unit. 2nd and 3rd Stargate and Fleet Beacon on the way. Dark is in a very tough position right now. He's going to need to make some dark magic happen. The one advantage he has is Lurkers against Stalkers, and Stalkers do not do good against them. But, oh, he catches 2 unsupported Lurkers, blinks on him, takes him out. These armies are very fragile, but he's doing a great job of keeping Dark on the defense and finding weakness. Mass Zealot warping in the main! MAXPAX might be able to win this right here, right now. Where are the Lurkers at Dark? They're all on the right side of the map. His Swarmos are just not a useful defensive unit. Swarmos are an aggressive unit. They don't have the flexibility to be used defensively. Is he just going to give up his main base? Looks like he might. There are Tempests on the way behind this. MAXPAX getting ready to siege this. The Stasis Trap does get focused down, but not before Dark loses his main. Zealots will slowly get cleaned up. Looks like MAXPAX is going to pull away for a bit of a recall, save a few of those. Stalker Colossi going up to the top right. He could take that base out from the right side, but he's got to be careful of those Lurker shots. Nice focus for MAXPAX. Pulls to the right, cancels the hatchery, gets a drone, and will pull back. Tempests going to be great. There's no Vipers and there's no Corruptors. Those are the things that will counter them. Prism in the top could be saved if MAXPAX is watching, but neither side is right now. Bit of a truce between those Hydras and the Warp Prism as they both contemplate life and the meaning of the universe right there. Oh, no. Hydras have decided, no, we're done. We figured it out. Life is all about killing Protoss, apparently, and we are going to live our best life. +1 is on the way for MAXPAX air unit, so starting to carry a transition. Just a few Tempests to kind of poke and prod and siege the Lurkers from far away. Lurker Hydra over there. Base up in the top right. Okay, Templar Archives coming in. 88 probes. MAXPAX has a giant economy. And he's been definitely in a massive advantage. But he can't be letting these Lurkers siege on his base, and he doesn't. Does some good damage there. Oh my god, one Lurker volley does a lot though. This is only his 5th base. Remember, MAXPAX desperately needs this expansion. Where are his Tempests right now, guys? They're coming from that right side. A little bit slow to get them in there. I wouldn't mind a few more Zealots, fam. Stalker on the right side gets cleaned up by the Lurker. Oh my god, Lurker's in the middle as well! Lurkers on the right, Lurkers on the left. Dark says, I've only got 59 workers, and the advantage of that is you are up on 90 workers, which means you have 20 less army supply than me. I'm good with numbers, guys. 30 less army supply. Lurker's taking damage right now, but look at that, coming in from the left as well. The 5th and the 4th taking big damage. He's going to retreat over to the right. He says, look, I've just got to make this hard for him to deal with and open up opportunities to find more, and he is finding so much more damage. Lurker's sieging the 4th. The 5th went down. Long distance probes getting annihilated. MAXPAX was in a massive economy lead, but he never got a bunch of Immortals or Disruptors out. None of the units that really hard counter the Lurker, and he was out of position. Zealot run by comes in, but there's Spine Crawlers on the defense. Dark gives a bit of the Hentacle to MAXPAX, and MAXPAX has to retreat. Still only 59 workers. Dark just took a massive advantage, killing 40 workers. He's got a 5th base up. Is it massive though? No. He took a massively favored fight, I should say, but he was so far behind, he's not even that far ahead anymore, because MAXPAX had so much more money for so long. The problem now is that MAXPAX doesn't even have the money to rebuild his Nexi, and that is, of course, disastrous. These Lurkers causing problems. There's no Oracles left alive. There's just 3 Observers, which are, of course, slow units. There's no Observer speed upgrade. And he desperately needs to rebuild a 4th and a 5th base, does MAXPAX. Now, as Zealot Runby gets in, he sees, okay, well, you're not mining off your 5th. I know your economy's kind of trash for this stage of the game, but I also know my own economy is absolute garbage. Look at this. He's got a bunch of probes following a Colossus because he's decided the only safe spot on this map is with my army. And look at that. That's a good Locust Wave. He could go after the Stargates there. There is a few cannons and batteries that'll slow him down a little, but I think definitely killing the Stargates could be fantastic. Cannons taking damage in the main base. Okay, both cannons do go down. One Stargate should fall. Templar Archives on the left might go down as well. Carrier gets cancelled there. You do get refunds on constructing things in StarCraft 2, something you didn't get in some older RTS games, and because of that, 20 years down the track, people still are misinformed about that fact. Lurker Spore Crawler starting to get broken through. It's an expensive trade for MAXPAX, but if you can break the front line, this is going to get out of control. And yeah, it's going to get out of control. Yeah, it's going to get out of control. Oh, man. MAXPAX says, rebuilding Nexi is for cucks and tryhards. And I am neither of those. I'm the Prince of Denmark, mother trucker. And he is getting in here and destroying. The Tempest gets abducted, but it doesn't go down. It then flies back into a Spore Crawler where it's promptly going to die. No, it barely survives, but the Viper's taking big damage. Parasitic Bomb goes down. The Tempest barely splits from that carrier in time. As long as... Okay, it's staying alive. Hydra's down there, but it looks like it died to a second Parasitic Bomb that was on the Colossus. Still, big army right now for MAXPAX. What the hell can you do as Dark? 13 Swarmos, 5 Lurkers, and a bunch of Hydras. Oh, the Lurkers get a Colossus. I mean, that's more than I thought they'd get. Picking off some Stalkers as well. Damaging an Archon. It's something. But that 5th base in the top right. As long as MAXPAX can now move down there, not to mention maybe just kill these Overlords, he could annihilate. Oh, Lurkers on the left. MAXPAX cannot attack into those Lurkers. He's got to be careful. He's lost all of his Observers. Vipers are here. They're using Parasitic Bombs. Hydra's on the right. Hydra Lurker on the left. Is this actually going to work for Dark? He gets a carrier? Can he get a second carrier? No, that is a disastrous chase. The Lurkers did kill all the ground army, though. That is one thing that's going well for Dark. Oh, the Hydras get a carrier. They managed to barely kill a carrier there, just barely. Long distance mining going in for MAXPAX right now. And here we go. He's going to find the long distance mining of Dark. Dark's going to run straight past him to saturate the top right base. But he's just going to go for the tech instead is MAXPAX. MAXPAX with plenty of interceptors. He's got carriers out here as well. Definitely should chase these Swarmos down. Otherwise, those Swarmos will ruin what little economy he has at home. High Templar are trying to warp in as well. But he hasn't left any carriers or anything at home to deal with those. Hydra's starting to fall. Dark has a base of mining in the top right. He's got a bit of gas in the natural, and that's it. Locust getting Archon. Nice surround here. Dark is in a desperate base trade. The man has nothing that shoots up. And against 6 carriers, this should be GG. Because I don't know what you can do. I mean, technically, he's got a base mining in the top right. If he rebuilds his Hydra den, he can keep making Hydras. But how do you ever beat 6 carriers with 1 base of income? Riddle me this, Dark. I know you're a magician who makes comebacks happen. How about you just change the fabric of reality and you show me how you could possibly do anything from here. He doesn't even have a Hydra down, guys. He lost his Hydra, and he's still got a Hive, so he can rebuild it. His Spy is probably the better option, though. Hydras are trash versus carriers. Recall comes in, and he's got an Observer. Uh-oh. These Lurkers and Swarmers need to get out of there. A bunch of Lurkers go down. +3 air weapons is going to get cancelled. Nice. Nice move. There's only 19 probes left. MAXPAX lost most of his economy. Neural and Burrow is on the way. He's going to try to Neural. Dark's like... This is the great thing about Dark. Because he's untiltable, he can't get thrown off. Most players are like, oh god, this is such a bad position. How can I win? Dark is like, this is such a bad position. I wonder how I can win. Like, there's just... It's literally the tone of his thinking under pressure where Dark's like, you know what? I'm probably dead. But if I just build Infestors while running around with Swarmos to distract you, mind control every air unit, and then basically, like an older brother, grabbing you on the arm and making you slap yourself in the face, say, why are you hitting yourself? Why are you hitting yourself? Like, it's a gamble. Normally, in a fair match, MAXPAX versus Dark, a very even match, not a good idea. But look, as long as he pulls him away from his economy, he runs it. He's focusing the Robo, because that's where the detection comes from. He's already thinking about protecting his Infestors. You filthy, filthy boy, Dark. Now, there is an Observer on the map, 2 of them. And the Tempest Carrier here is going to try to clean up. The other guys, he wants to go north and trap this, but... Uh-oh, if the Carriers catch this could be big. Okay, he's going to rebuild a Nexus. MAXPAX? I kind of think MAXPAX just needs to go full base trade, guys. If MAXPAX just chases him down, he's still got nothing that shoots up. He's got Infestors, but they need 100 energy. A few of them have got it, but I don't even know if they're going to be able to kill the other carriers in time. If he just goes to the top right with all 6 carriers and 2 Tempests, I'm pretty sure Dark is dead, but Dark is waiting. Right now he's at 100 energy on... Oh, I think he's got 6... I think he has 6 Neurals now. He could turn these carriers on each other. He's going for it. Oh, he gets all 4 tentacles. And the Hydras, the 3 Hydras are going to get a lot of damage at the same time. The carriers are shift attacking each other. The Hydras as well. Dark! Dark! Microbial Shroud on his 3 Hydralisks as well. You sicker. You sicker, Dark. He gets 1 more carrier kill with the last Hydra before it goes down. He's gonna lose his Infestors now. But wait, maybe the Fungal can get him away? Oh my god, did he just kill the Observer? He just fungled the Observer! He just fungled the Observer! The Observer's not there, he can't see the Infestors anymore! Dark! What the fudge, man? You dirty... And the Robo died. He can't reboot it. He has to make an Oracle. MAXPAX is making an Oracle right now. He needs the Oracle. And until he has that, Dark can just stay underground and keep neuraling him. Oh my god. He gives him the underground Hentacle. The Tempest trying to kill that carrier before it gets away. And he's got Creep. He's like, oh, I'll just break vision. Dude, I have Creep and a Swarmos up there giving vision. So the Tempest kills the carrier. A Queen pops out. He doesn't have energy for another Neural right now. He's like, oh god, I need another 30, 40 seconds before I have another Neural available. But look at this. He's rebuilding a hatchery on the left so he can start droning there, hanging out with the Crab Beetle. MAXPAX lost his 3rd base in the midst of this. I should have mentioned this, guys. He lost every probe in his 3rd. Why? Because the Swarmos were out. All the Swarmos are dead now, but killing that base, killing that probes means MAXPAX has no economy. All he has is an Oracle, a couple Tempests, and a Carrier. And now right now he needs to spot where the Infestors are, but notice Dark's spreading them out. Dark's just like, you can't revelate everywhere at once, can ya? My name's Dark and I'm a sick puppy. I can't believe he got back in this game. He was so screwed. His loot, basically, like I said earlier, his first Swarm Host wave was okay, killing a Forge, but it wasn't that great. He could have killed a Nexus. And then his Nidus has got denied. And he took way too long to get like actual Locust damage done. And then MAXPAX just got to such a good position on 75 probes on 4 bases. And that's what caused so much problems. But like now as MAXPAX, you've got no income. You've just used Oracle energy to deal with that. And honestly, you know what's going to happen when the fight happens, guys. He's just going to Neural a few units, kill the Oracle. And once the Oracle's dead, it's GG. Because as long as Dark has hatcheries that he can mine from, he can slowly rebuild and you can't do anything about it. Because he can just mind control you. And look, he comes up and he throws a Revelation down, hoping to catch an Infestor, doesn't. You've only got 25 energy per Revelation with a 10-second cooldown. So you got 2 Revelations available. Look, the Overlords are like, hello, where are you? Oh, there you are. Okay. And he can just bring his Infestors over. Unfortunately, he does have 1 unburrowed. That's a mistake for Dark. He's going to lose that Infestor if he's not paying attention, which he's not. That's unfortunate. MAXPAX, he's going for it. The Oracle's up north. And the Hentacle goes in. The Revelation goes down. But guess what, guys? He just brings another Infestor forward, starts shooting the enemy Tempests. And he's like, lol, 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 lol. Okay. Oh, he just got Revelated a few more times there. But that's okay, guys, because he can Neuroparasite even more units. He kills one Tempest. He's about to kill another Tempest. And there's unlimited Hentacles right now. Unlimited Hentacles, guys. He throws it in. The Void Ray finishes off the carrier, finishes off the Oracle. And Dark has once again pulled off some foul wizardry. I don't even know how he did that. That was ridiculous. I love as well how he runs in and snipes the Robo. I think this is like such a Dark thing to think of in the midst of the chaos of this game. After this whole sort of weird base trade sets up, and he's like, well, I've literally got nothing that shoots up. Hydras suck against carriers. What am I doing? And then he runs in there with this follow-up wave and kills this Robo a few minutes from now. I mean, this was just evil, smart preparation for him. The fungals, the neurals, the microbials. Dark making an epic comeback. This absolutely should have gone to a third game, but you put him on a new map pool, he just figures out ways to take advantage of it, and he never gives up. This man is a savage. Yeah, look at this. He knew, like, okay, I need to buy time for the Infestors. Runs in, kills the Robo, and that move right there, I really feel sealed the deal. Because if MAXPAX could keep building a few Observers, they're really hard for you to deal with Infestors, right? It's hard to see where they are. Takes you 2 Fungals to kill each one, which is a lot of energy you can't really spare. But removing all of that, beautiful. Just absolutely stunning play. Let's watch this next fight where he does kill some Observers in a little bit. I think it's the Infestor fight, right? Yeah, it's this fight here. So this is the one where he comes in with the first surprise Neurals. The Hydras come forward and start focus firing. I mean, oh, look at how fast these first 2 carriers drop. And you can see both Observers just sitting over his army. MAXPAX is not thinking about the Observer removal. Neither is Dark, really. But he ends up chaining Fungals, I'm pretty sure, at the end of the fight. That Microbial Shroud actually does so much. There's like 2 Hydras in here. Because he's focusing the Infestors, the Hydras kill an extra carrier. Fungal on the Observer. And then he's like, oh, I didn't have enough energy to kill it. So he runs this Infestor over. And that Fungal is so bad for MAXPAX. Oh my gosh. If he had any detection, he just rolls over him here. But no detection on the map. Nothing forward. Oh, brilliant play there. And he should have... Yeah, canceling the Nexus was the right idea to build more Interceptors and Oracles. But just beautiful play by Dark. GG, well played, you savage.